Hey, it's Zach Jr. I thought we'd have some fun with the first video in the series and do some gear talk with a caveat. I started playing in the 90s and worshipped at the altar of this guy. Rumor has it that he would smash his guitars at the end of sets and he'd buy cheap guitars to do that. So I'm not exactly what they call a gearhead, but I'll give it my best shot. I'm going to start with Kat's rig because it's more simple than mine because she's mainly an acoustic player. We don't use her ukulele on any track yet, but it's so pretty I had to put it here. Two really cool looking guitars. On the right is her Tacoma Dreadnought, on the right is her Takamine 12-string. 12-string that sounds pretty, we don't use it on any track I believe right now. Mainly we use the Tacoma. Here is her interface. It's a PreSonus Audio Box i1. Limited in terms of how many inputs, but it's more than enough for what she needs. She goes into this Shure mic, which I think is an SM58, but she could always stitch this and let me know if I'm wrong. On to me. This is my acoustic, which is a Relove Concerto E Dreadnought, and it is a lovely sounding thing, but we don't use it a lot in 2920 because Kat is the main acoustic player. This here is my Music Man Stingray bass. It is a very serviceable bass. I do all the bass in 2920, and this is what I do it with. I have a few guitars, but they're mostly cheap Epiphones. This one was my first real baby, and I love this guitar. It is a Fender Tornado, and I treat it and take care of it as well as I take care of my kids, and maybe even a little better. Don't tell anybody about that. But if that's my baby, this is my pride and joy. It is a Fender Jazzmaster, American Ultra Jazzmaster, and it is lovely. I know some people have some issues with the sound you get out of this. I love it. And it is going to be the main guitar going forward that I use on my 2920 tracks. A little bit about the amps. At the top is a Vantage 15 watt, and that is something my dad got me when I was young and starting out, so sentimental. I've got this Fender 40 watt Rumble, and that's for the bass, and then I've got this Art Attack module I got when I was working at McDonald's and in my 20s, and that one is the main tube amp that I use when I am doing my recording for from Boss. There's an MXR EQ, two Behringer pedals, one fuzz, one effects, so together they're really cool. And then the TC Flashback 2, which is this really great delay, and Wooper, an effects pedal. I recommend it to anybody, get that. Lastly, I use this here Nectar Impact 25 key MIDI controller for the drums and some effect. My interface, an M Audio M Track 2x2 amp. And that's my gear besides my mic.